All right, hi, chess fans. This is my most memorable games number two. Might be the most important game for me, most special game. Um, we got to go all the way back to New Year's Eve of the year 2000, and it was the Christmas Knights was the name of the tournament run by Alec Tui, and Peter Deal won the tournament. And this is my round five game in that tournament. Rounds one to four, I had four draws. Draw against Bob Woodworth, Rick Martin, Heather Young, and Claire Woodworth. Round five, I've got Paul Dunn, and everybody's given me the nickname Draw Master at the time, wondering, am I going to be able to draw the fifth game? I had never beaten Paul Dunn before. Not just CFC rated games, but never in our childhood growing up, many games, never beaten Paul. So I'm thinking, I would love to get a draw against Paul Dunn. Anyway, let's see what happened. Paul starts off with B4. He's got the white pieces. B4, the Polish opening. Even though Nee had told him time and time again, Paul, don't play that move. Paul had a lot of fun with it, a lot of success with it. It's a fun opening to play, so he goes ahead and does it. I play E5, and Paul, it's takes and takes. So we'll go through these moves quickly, fairly standard. I'm sure we had sort of played this similar variation a few times. And I move my queen out here. Before I have my other pieces developed, I don't normally do that, but in this situation, I wanted to put pressure on the bishop, and then he plays this move, and I decide to sacrifice my queen. Now, this was the first time I had ever sacrificed my queen in a rated game, and one of the few times I did it and it ever worked. So that's one of the reasons why it's the most special. The other reason is because it's against Paul Dunn. And I play queen takes bishop, rook takes queen, and now look at this. Bishop takes knight, check, king moves, bishop takes rook. So I've gotten 11 points for the 9-point queen. And I've got to be careful though. Even though I'm up material, he's got his queen and I don't. So he can gain that back if I'm not careful. So we'll go through these moves really quickly until we get here. Now, Paul plays bishop takes b5 check, and I block with the bishop. Now, he probably should not have traded here. It's not a good idea to trade when you're down material, get closer to the ending. Okay, he's trading even though it's 23 to 21. And all this trade does is takes one of his developed pieces off the board. Okay, and now I get my knight out. My knight developed as well. So, but he plays a good move here to trying to get his rook into the action. And I move my bishop here. Now he attacks my bishop. And look at this move here. My pieces are perfectly coordinated. Knight defends rook. Rook defends bishop. It's just perfect. And coordination. And I've got this c5 pawn, which eventually he's going to have to give up one of his pieces to stop that from becoming a queen. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about this position for sure. Let's go a few more moves, and he gets his rook out of the action. So things are looking up a little bit more for Paul. We'll see what happens next. Paul plays this move down here, and he's got to attack, because if he doesn't attack, that I'm just going to get that pawn across. So he's got to keep me busy. At this point, I played this move right here, and Paul didn't take too much time on this move, and he plays knight to g5, and he gets up from the board and tried to hide it, but he had a look on his face like he had something planned. What he didn't realize is that it was a blunder. I think he got caught up in his plan, which was going to be good. If he was able to play rook takes knight, I take back, he's got checkmate on h7 with his queen. But what he didn't see is that when I did move my pawn to c4, it opened up the attack on his rook. So right here, this is where Paul resigned, and it was a tournament where I got 4 draws and a win. The win was against Paul Dunn. It was New Year's Eve, and so I felt I felt fantastic after that. And Paul being, one of my oldest friends, and lots of chess growing up, it was just a fantastic, fantastic day for me. So anyway, thanks for watching. And if you haven't liked